love your coffee cup.
Oh, thank you. I just got it. It's new. I love coffee. I just drink it every single day too. Really? Yeah, I need it to keep going. But I wonder how much caffeine are in our cups of coffee.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Connor Schmidt, and I know exactly what you guys are thinking. We all drink coffee every day, but sometimes even 2 or 3 times a day. But do we actually know what goes into this black, rich, delicious drink that gives us so much energy?
I don't know. Caffeine is actually the most commonly used psychoactive drug in the world. Approximately 80% of people use it. The caffeine that we get comes from the coffee beans that we extract within a coffee plant.
These coffee beans consist of mostly endosperm that has 0.8 to 2.5% of caffeine. The caffeine found affects mood, stamina, cerebrovascular system, as well as gastric and colonic activity.
These effects normally take 30 to 45 minutes to go into effect, and the side effects normally diminish within 3 hours.
Let's take a moment to describe how much caffeine one consumes when they order a drink at a coffee shop.
This is an 8-ounce cup of plain brewed coffee that contains 135 milligrams of caffeine. This is an 8-ounce cup of instant coffee containing 95 milligrams of caffeine.
This is a 1-ounce espresso cup with only 30 to 50 milligrams of caffeine, and this is an 8-ounce cup of plain decaf coffee containing only 5 milligrams of caffeine.
Whoa. Only 5 milligrams of caffeine? How is that possible?
Because it's decaffeinated.
Wait, so you're telling me that decaf coffee has 17 times less caffeine than regular coffee?
Yeah, 5 to 10 cups of decaf coffee equals just 1 cup of regular coffee.
I just don't get it.
Did you know that there are 4 ways to decaffeinate coffee?
Which of course would be the CO2 process, the triglyceride process, water decaffeination, and the methylene chloride process. But I'm more interested in the CO2 process.
Well, here's the issue. In order to use the CO2 method, it would cost a lot of money.
Yeah, indeed. It takes a very knowledgeable person to know about the processing parameters.
And they need to know about operating highly pressurized facilities.
And if the process is not done correctly, the decaffeination is not completed effectively.
Okay, you two, let's break it up. Now, this highly knowledgeable process and expensive process is known as the supercritical fluid extraction.
Yeah, and they take pre-steamed beans and put them into a bath of supercritical CO2 at a pressure of 73 to 300 atmospheres.
The supercritical streams through the tea is then pumped under full pressure through activated carbon.
This is necessary to filter the caffeine out of the stream.
Then the clean CO2 is recycled and used again for extraction.
This process is good because it doesn't use harmful solvents.
And as we said before, this process costs a lot of money. There must be a more cost-effective way.
Go.
Hi, I'm Lacey Thomas, and removing caffeine from coffee does not have to be complicated or expensive. Exactly. The triglyceride process is one of the most economical methods used to decaffeinate coffee. First, you would start by taking the freshly harvested green coffee beans and soaking them in hot water and a coffee solution made from old coffee grounds. This would draw the caffeine to the surface of the beans. The bean is then transferred to a new container and immersed in coffee oil. And after this, only a few hours, the triglycerides and oils have been removed from the coffee. And you're still left with great taste.
All about the CO2 process and the triglyceride process. I'm here to talk to you about the original process for decaffeinating coffee, the water decaffeination process.
In 1903, Ludwig Roselius and Carl Wimmer came up with the first process for decaffeinating coffee. They soaked the beans in a brine solution and used benzene to remove the caffeine. However, since the uses of benzene caused major health problems, that process was discontinued.
Now, I'm going to tell you about the 2 popular methods for decaffeination. They're both water methods, except one of them uses a coffee solution instead of plain water.
The water decaffeination process is the most ideal because it doesn't involve the use of any foreign solvents or organic materials. It only uses water or coffee.
In this process, coffee beans are steamed to allow the caffeine and the essential oils to release. Once the beans have been fully steamed, they are placed in a carbon filter that traps the caffeine but allows the coffee to come through.
Many coffee drinkers complain that the flavor of decaf coffee is incomparable to that of regular coffee. As a result of this process, much of the coffee flavor leaves with the caffeine, and it is for that reason that the Swiss process came to be.
Instead of water extraction, the coffee beans are extracted through a coffee-flavored solution so that the coffee flavor remains intact.
Finally, we will demonstrate the methylene chloride process. It's a rather simple process that involves steaming the beans, rinsing them, and steaming them again. You take a sample of coffee beans that have been steaming for about 30 minutes, and then you pour the methylene chloride into the sample and allow them to rest for 10 hours.
After the sample rests, you pour off the methylene chloride and steam the beans again. It's that easy.
This process removes the caffeine when the beans are treated with the methylene chloride. The second steaming removes the last traces of solvent.
Coffee has been decaffeinated since the early 20th century. Most people have no idea how coffee is decaffeinated. Now that you know 4 methods that are used to decaffeinate coffee, you will never have to wonder why decaf doesn't give you the caffeine buzz that helps us study late into the night. And you'll be able to say that you know how coffee is decaffeinated just in case you find yourself in a debate with your friends about how it is.